I've been in relationships where I felt like my partner was trying to fix me. Mm-hmm. And it really is a shitty feeling for men. I think it really emasculates us as well, right? We want to be, I guess, perfect. We want to just make our woman happy. And I've been in relationships where I felt like she was trying to fix me and it fucking sucked.
That's a rough situation to be in.
It's really, and I had a conversation with her about it where I was like, by the way, when you do that thing where you try and correct me constantly, what you're actually also doing as a consequence is saying that I'm not good enough. I remember having that conversation with her. Fortunately, she was someone that could really listen. But I think women and men, I only can speak from the perspective of women because I've only ever been on the receiving end of it from women. But what do women need to know about that, of this? Because a lot of them do it. They meet someone, they're doing this, he might be down the pub too much, he might have this bad habit, this thing. What do they need to know about this desire they have sometimes to try and fix us? Does it work? Where does it lead?
Well, I think people have to suspect themselves in the beginning if they're choosing people that they're not aligned with in the first place. That, I think, is the fixing thing is often a big symptom of the fact that instead of choosing a partner, you chose a project of some kind, right? And now I'm unhappy because I needed these things from the beginning, but this person isn't doing them. But I knew that in the beginning. It's not like I suddenly found out that he enjoys going to the pub. Our first 4 dates were in a pub.
Yeah.
You know, the guy likes a drink. I knew that in the beginning.
And does that mean there's a certain level of acceptance that's required when you meet someone?
Well, I think that we have to, to a certain extent, say, am I at peace with who this person is today? Because if I'm not, why would I get into a relationship with them? I'm literally getting into a relationship on a wager that they're going to become what I want. What are the chances of that?
It goes back to the point we were saying about this inauthentic initial connection, when you don't really show who you are. And you might also have a presumption that the bits you don't like about them, you're not going to mention it just yet, or you're going to kind of, maybe not 12 months in, you're going to start mentioning that that's really a big problem to you, but you connected inauthentically from the start. So yeah, I'm just totally thinking about my own experience of that. And the other part of it was hugely my fault in the sense that I would compromise. So say that I loved watching the football and she didn't want me to watch the football or whatever. Sure, fucking turn the football off for the first couple of months just to keep happy families. And then this resentment starts building in you where you go, I fucking missed the football and you're the reason I can't watch it. You know what I mean? Again, that's like I was inauthentic. I wasn't honest.
And we all, in some way, are prone to that. We're trying to oil the joints of early dating so that everything moves in this nice, smooth, romantic direction. And we kind of, if we're not careful, we do end up playing a part that we think will just create the most energy, the most good energy, the most romantic energy. I think that what I've learned as a personal lesson is that I would judge things very quickly in people without trying to understand what was behind them. Like, why is this thing important to you? Why do you like doing this? What is it about this thing? Because it's very easy when someone's different to how we are, it's very easy to decide what that means.
Yeah, amen.
To decide what the intention must be behind that.
Yeah.
And then to judge someone on that. And one of the things that I think would help people, because it's very easy to say, well, date people who you already like the way they are, and don't date people or don't go any further with people that do things you don't like. That's an oversimplification. What I would say to people is there's always going to be differences between you and the person you date. There's always going to be things that I'm not talking about things that you genuinely, ethically abhor. That's a problem, right? But if someone is doing things that are different than what you do or what you enjoy, take a moment to be curious about that thing. What is it for them about that thing that they really like? What does it represent to them? What's driving them there? Why are they that way? I have found that to be an immensely connecting experience, because you may do something different to me, but why you like that thing might actually resonate with me in terms of why I like this thing. I might find that we're actually at the core quite similar, even though the way those values or those desires or those needs are represented on the surface is different. And I think people give up a lot of great people because of their immediate judgment of the differences, because they haven't actually sought to understand the connections that are under the surface.